Greetings, good people. Welcome to this week's episode of Connections with Kenyetta Collins. Hey girl, hey. Tonight I present to you episode 11. Yes, 11. You've been with me for 11 whole episodes. On tonight's episode, I talk to a guy that has a passion for teaching music and directing world-renowned marching bands. See who he is and what impact he aims to have within the community. Plus, get the inside track on how this local business owner turned a mobile clothing store into a gateway to the latest fashion. The journey of the drip is beyond belief. And in tonight's segment of Connecting the Dots, I'll introduce to you a woman who's using her publishing company to help aspiring writers protect their intellectual property. That and so much more when we return from the break. Don't you dare touch that channel. You're watching Connections with Kenyetta Collins.
I once knew a guy in high school who was known as the CD and Candy Man. That man is Kevin Smith, owner of Fashion Stop clothing store. Kevin's journey into owning his own business is quite the story.
Actually, I started right with my senior year, selling clothes really out of my trunk, going to different department stores, just finding clothes on sale, like the Marshalls and stuff like that, and reselling them out of my trunk. I went to college, Southeastern, graduated from Southeastern 2007. Through college, that's what I done. I sold my clothes and stuff at the dorm rooms and stuff like that.
Kevin decided to upgrade his hustle on 4 wheels into a thriving business that was first located in the flea market on Florida Boulevard.
Florida Boulevard and the outlet mall. We started there, very small, ambitious, excited, and just started there.
The Fashion Stop has 2 locations, one on Hollywood Street in Baton Rouge and the other in northern Louisiana. Recently, Fashion Stop has opened a new location in the Mid-City area.
I feel like it was Mid-City. I feel like it was an upgrade. And just wanted to try another area, something closer, because I had customers that I was on Hollywood, like, man, it was a little too far. So, man, I wish you were a little bit closer. So just trying to make it convenient for everybody.
Fashion Stop is a store that caters to men, women, and children.
This store prides itself on making sure that each customer receives impeccable customer service. That's the overall goal at Fashion Stop Clothing.
The goal was just first goal was to give good customer service, make sure everybody's happy. And that's all I really stick with to this day. That's my goal, to get all the customers, make them happy, make them feel special, make them, just make them happy. And I keep the same goal now. We try to keep the same customers and everything. I have some good sales reps. So I go to the clothing shows, trade shows and stuff. I have good sales rep. They'll tell me what's hot. And then I also get suggestions from my customers. Like, I ask them what brands they like, what do they like for me to have in my store. And they give me ideas, and anything they ask me that they need, I try to bring it to the store.
If you want to enhance your wardrobe, make sure you visit Fashion Stop Clothing at one of its 3 locations, and be sure to tell a friend. For Connections, I'm Kenyetta Collins.
Now it's time for you to hit the streets, hit the club,
or hit your side chick. We out this thing till next week.
All I can do is keep doing me and stand true to me. I let the money talk, I speak it fluently. I hear them down talkers, but there's nothing new to me. Haters trying to ruin me, but there's nothing to achieve. I'm hustle, and that's a fact. Money is just a tool, lose some and get it back.
I'm Amanda A. Taylor, owner and operator of Envisions Company and Publishing, LLC. Envisions Company and Publishing is a visionary company that helps dreams become more tangible and attainable. Here at Envisions, we have an array of services, and some of the services that we offer are mentoring, consulting, and writing. And one of our main focus of services is helping those to become an author. If you are an inspiring writer, such as a musician or a minister, or just someone who wants their works published, here in Envisions, we are here to help you. And what we also do, we also have one-on-one consultations. We start you from the beginning and guide you to the end. With Envisions Company, we also help those who want to improve their writing. We have essay writing. We also have public speaking skills, as well as life skills. And in those variety of areas, those are all improvement areas where Envision Company helps those who are looking for more and seeking for more. Envisions Company also helps those aspiring authors to make sure they get their work copyrighted and understand the process of becoming an author and a publisher as well. And once again, I am Amanda A. Taylor, owner and operator of Envisions Company and Publishing, LLC, and I would like to thank you for your time.
Good evening. Over the past few months, Connections with Kenyetta Collins has been blessed to have an array of guests on our show. Today's guest is no different. In fact, he sets the standard pretty high for marching bands around here. Join me in welcoming Assistant Band Director of the Southern University Marching Band, Mr. Brian Simmons. Hello.
Hola, how are you doing, ma'am?
I am fine, and you?
I'm good. That was one of my better introductions, I would say. I almost didn't know who you were talking about, but then when you gave my title, it gave it away, so I'm good, though.
Certainly. You're not from around these parts, are you?
Not at all. I'm from New Orleans, born and raised. I moved to Baton Rouge when I came to Southern University. I came in fall 2010, so I've been here about 9 years now.
9 years. You came in 2010 as a member of the marching band, right? What instrument was your primary instrument?
My primary instrument was baritone. I played baritone in the marching band, where I was section leader and assistant section leader, and I played trombone in the symphonic band and wind ensemble.
You had a few mentors along the way while you were in the band.
I've been blessed to have a lot of mentors and a lot of musicians that poured into me and also helped cultivate me and make me the successful person I am today. I like to say successful. Mr. Lawrence Jackson, who was director of bands while I was here, Mr. Nathan Hamer, who was former director of bands of Southern University. Those two guys together, they made me into I don't want to say beast, but just the force I am today. Mr. Hamer saw the talent that I had, and Mr. Hamer gave me the opportunities, and Mr. Jackson gave me the direction and the discipline. So without those two guys, I mean, I wouldn't even be sitting here. When I came to college, I didn't want to be a band director. No, I didn't know what I was going to do. I majored in music because I was good at it. I could figure it out, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. And they basically kind of told me, this is what you're going to do. This is what you were made to do. So now it's my passion. I wouldn't have it any other way. So I want to thank those two guys.
We definitely want to thank those two guys. You talked about them pouring into you and giving you opportunity. That pouring into you and giving you the opportunity led you to having the title the position that you hold now. Let's talk about that. At Southern University, I serve as the assistant director of bands. I help and assist the director of bands in all aspects of the total overall program. I mostly and primarily serve as the arranger for the marching band. So maybe 80% of the charts that you hear the band play, I'm responsible for arranging those pieces. I assist in instruction, the overall organization of the program, drill, anything of that nature. So I have been doing that about 5 years. This is my 5th year, my 5th season. We're about to go into my 6th. So I'm pretty seasoned now. Okay.
I'm pretty seasoned into it now. So it's a job I like.
That's good. For the record, you were the youngest to ever hold that title here with the Human Jukebox.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And that's that's pressure.
That's pressure?
That's pressure because I was 22, 21 years old.
That's a lot of responsibility.
So, I mean, it's a lot of responsibility, but you don't think about it. I see a lot of my students now, a lot of them are seniors now, and they're 21, 22 years old. And so they start doing some crazy stuff. And I was like, how old are you right now? They're like, I'm 21, I'm 22. I said, I was band director at that age. And they look at me like, what? because mentally, you don't know if you're ready for something like that. All I know is that I was good at music. I was good at being a leader. But once I took on this role, I had to wear so many other hats. I had to help people that I was in the band with. I had to instruct those people. So it gave me time to grow. So now I'm totally different than I was before. Just a whole new man, I would say.
And talking about wearing many hats, you're also a director of another band.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
The Louisiana Leadership Institute.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's talk about that.
At Louisiana Leadership Institute, I serve as the Director of Fine Arts and the Director of Bands. So with the Director of Fine Arts, I'm responsible for overseeing the choir, overseeing the dance team, which they know many forms of dance. I don't even want to call them a dance team. I have so much talk and things and plans for them. I'm looking to start a dance company with Louisiana Leadership. So they can do, dance is really big now. So, I can't mention Louisiana Leadership without mentioning all the things that we're doing over there. But yes, I serve as the Director of Bands. I took that title. Mr. Hamer passed it on to me. Well, he passed it on to Mr. Taylor. Mr. Taylor passed it on to me. And so now I'm just trying to find ways to keep our youth active, because their bands, their individual schools keep them active, but what's going to keep them together is the question. So I'm often down the street, we're giving lessons, we're practicing, I'm getting events for them to do around the city. We're cooking up something right now. We're trying to do our first Louisiana Leadership Concert Honor Band. So we're trying to get that off the ground within the next couple of weeks. So I'm really trying to change the scope of band in Baton Rouge. I want to bring everybody back together. I want to make sure everybody's learning, because a better Baton Rouge is a better Southern University.
True.
So that's what I'm really looking forward to. So it's one of my big hats, but and the thing about it is, that's a non-paid position.
Is it?
It's a non-paid position. So I'm just doing it. I marched in Louisiana Leadership in 2006, 2007. We did the Rose Bowl parade. So I'm one of the very few people. I've served as band director of the band that I was in. So it's a high honor, and shout out to Senator Cleo Fields, who's the founder of Louisiana Leadership. He's also running for office this year.
Okay. Do you see a lot of the children that are marching, well, I don't want to call them children, but a lot of the students that march in LLI, do they transition over to Southern marching band?
A high percentage of it. See, the thing about Southern is, what's crazy is the students, when they see Southern University, they're like, wow, I want to be a part of that, but I don't know if I'm good enough. And I have to serve as the guy to say, you are good enough.
You are.
And so once they hear me say it, and after hearing their band director say it, they become a little more confident. So now we're getting a lot more than we used to get. So I'd probably say about, of the senior class every year, we get 70% of them.
70%.
That's high.
That's high.
That's high. How can you say you're the best band in the land, but you don't have most of the kids from the city you in?
True story.
So we went through a phase where a lot of Baton Rouge kids, they were going to Alabama, they were going to Texas, they were going to Mississippi. But now we're back at the helm, and we're getting more Baton Rouge kids than anywhere else.
How do you recruit the children from Baton Rouge?
Louisiana Leadership Institute is the #1 recruiting tool for Baton Rouge. It's crazy that it was said that, because high school band camp is geared towards everybody, but we get a lot of students from out of town. And Louisiana Leadership, we get all the kids in the city. So that's our chance to bring them together and give them that Southern experience. So that makes recruiting in Baton Rouge so much easier. We really don't have to even go out too many places to do recruiting. When I go to New Orleans, we got to go to school. We go to Houston, we got to go to school. But in Baton Rouge, they either going to come all here, or they're going to meet us at Louisiana Leadership in an audition. So I would say that's the #1 recruiting tool for Baton Rouge.
When are auditions held for LLI?
For the program now, the good thing about Louisiana Leadership is, to be in the program, you don't have to audition.
Oh.
You don't have to. It's geared to high school and middle school musicians, and we bring them in. We work with them from wherever you are. We're going to work with you. We're going to get you the skills and get you the know-how and the show-how enough for you to be able to perform and go out with us. So it's really open enrollment. So everybody, once we're going to open up again in the summer, And once those dates are announced, we usually put it on our Facebook, on our Instagram, LLI Marching Band, and we'll put out the dates, and the students will come. Their parents can bring them and sign the forms, and you're a part of it.
Right on. When you're not directing, you're instructing, and writing music, what does Brian Simmons like to do?
All right, first of all, when I'm not directing, writing, instructing, all of that, which is maybe about 2 hours out of the day, so eat, 30 minutes of watching some kind of TV until I pass out, and then passing out. That's it. Now, my hobbies, I'm actually a good cook.
Oh.
Actually, very much so, but I just don't like to clean up after I cook. So
Okay.
that will stop me from cooking. I don't like my house to smell like food. Like, once I cook the food, if I don't like onion and garlic just running around the house, I can't deal with that. So I'll not cook something, but I'm good at cooking. I've just started doing like a lot of home improvement stuff. I never thought I'd be that guy. Like, I will grab a hammer and just tear something up quick. Get a nail and put a hole in the wall and hang something up. Like, I find stuff to do. I look around the house, okay, there's a blank spot right there. What can go there? I go outside, pick weeds in the garden. I never thought I'd be that guy, you know? So I do a lot of things that give me peace now. I do a lot of things that are quiet now because I'm around so much noise. I get so much peace from washing dishes. I can stand in front of the sink and wash dishes. Just,
Okay.
it's just quiet in there. I may have my headphones in, but man, that's the best stuff ever. So my hobbies are the things that everybody takes for granted. How about that?
Okay. What do you enjoy the most in being a band director?
Oh, I can answer that in so many ways.
Okay.
I think in music, let me answer the first part. Music, I enjoy creating and expressing music. I enjoy me listening to a song, whatever song it is. I have to listen to the song and take it in. I have to get the message of the song. What is that person trying to convey? And then once I take it in, I have to be able to put it out in a way for the audience to be able to feel what I feel. See, it's so much. It's so many levels to it. So that is the thing I enjoy most about music. But as far as being a band director, I enjoy teaching. And I'm not sitting here standing in front of the class saying, this is A, this is B, this is this. Little Johnny, play this scale right here, play this note. Little Johnny sounds big. Okay, little Johnny, this is what you want. Sit up in that chair, hold that trumpet up, put your mouth to the mouthpiece, tongue behind your teeth, and breathe. Ta, now Johnny sounds good and Johnny's smiling. I enjoy that. I enjoy them seeing it all come together, like right in front of them. Because that's a moment we all can enjoy. So I think I just enjoy seeing students get better.
What's your favorite type of music?
I don't have a favorite type. I like R&B. Like I like all kind of music. I'm one of those type of people, I can't put my iPhone on shuffle.
Okay.
Because something might come on, I have to, you know. Some of that didn't come on, some Luther didn't came on. It's just, I'm all over the place. So I listen to a little rap here and there. I listen to a little rap. I'm not big into rap. So if out of 100%, I probably got 30% rap, 50% R&B, and the rest is just whatever.
Okay. I know there's a big responsibility and a big hat that you wear with being a director, and you've grown so much in your position. Where do you see yourself in the next maybe 3 to 5 years?
3 to 5 years, I want to be Dr. Brian Simmons. I'm going to be starting a PhD program at Southern University in the fall.
Oh, congratulations.
Yes,
That's awesome.
Yes, I'm going to need all the congratulations and all of that. I'm going to need all your prayers. But in 5 years, I believe solely in saying what you want and claiming what you want. So in 5 years, if I'm not at Southern University, I'll be somewhere teaching band. You know, I want to one day have my own band program. One day, whenever that day comes, I'm in no rush. You know, I have patience. But in 3 to 5 years, I want to be done with school, done, and just wait. You know, just wait on somebody to call me.
Aside from the marching bands and the music and the finding peace in washing your dishes, you're also a part of another organization, the Kappa Alpha Psi Incorporated. Mm-hmm. What position do you serve in that?
Well, right now I'm just a regular member.
Okay.
Just a regular member. I'm always so busy. They're always getting on me. Oh, man, you need to be here, brother. You need to be here, frat. So what I try to do is whenever I can, I'll show up at like the craziest of functions they have, and I like volunteer, you know, because my schedule is so busy. We got a meeting Sunday, and I'm going to be in Birmingham, Alabama with the band at the SWAC tournament. So if I make it back in time, I'm going to go over there to the Fred house. I know they're going to chew me out. But what I try to do in there, I try to serve as much as possible and give to whatever initiative that we're pushing, because those guys work really hard. They work really hard for the community, and they're responsible for a lot of things around here. And little small whether it's a donation, whether it's a brother going out and participating in something, or I remember we did something for Christmas, and they had kids dressing up. They was giving out bikes, and the brothers, all they did was just oversee the event, just making sure the kids were safe on the things that they do. So what I try to do is when I can, I go to those things and participate, show my face, show my support, you know, give my service, and that's it.
Speaking of giving support, the Human Jukebox Alumni Association has been a powerful force with the Human Jukebox, and you also are a member of that organization as well.
Mm-hmm.
I know during football season, they come through and, you know, volunteer and mentor. So what does that mean for you to have all of the support from the people that you actually came through the band with?
It is an amazing experience, and it's a humbling, and it shows how much we've grown, because, you know, I know a lot of people in the association, and certain days we can just talk about turning up and having a good time and this, that, or the other, talk about the band, but then when it's time, we get down to the business and we can all come together. There's people in the association, when I was in the band, we didn't get along, but now it's something that we can all come together for the greater good of these students. So I think having that support system, it makes it so much easier, and it kind of brings down the pressure. It lets us know that we're not in this alone, and the Alumni Association is responsible for so much, whether it's scholarships, book vouchers. They just presented the band with laptops and desktops and printers.
Really?
Yes, for the students to be able to do their homework and print out their assignments. You know, anytime they need to do something on Southern University campus, they have to charge the card.
Oh, yeah, we have to
so
swipe out.
that's completely free. You know, the only thing we'll probably be responsible for is, you know, replenishing the ink or whatever. So the Alumni Association is just amazing. I'm thankful for Human Jukebox Alumni Association President Marissa Jones, one of my good friends.
My frat sister.
She's one of my good friends, and you know, she's about the business. One thing about Marissa is turn up, party, all that. But guess what? Whatever organization she's a part of and it's time for work, it's going to get done. So with her leadership and under her leadership, that organization has really flourished and has been a great help to the jukebox.
What's one thing that you've learned so much about yourself that this entire experience of being a director has taught you?
It's taught me to not take things so personally.
What do you mean?
See, a lot of times in life, and being a director, you see the art side of it, and being artists, we're all about expression. We're all about being heard, being felt, you know, being seen, all of those things. And it's kind of taught me to just chill out. It's gonna be all right. I'm a very expressive type of person. When I don't like something, you're gonna know it. You know, when I like it, you may not know. It doesn't really matter. But it's taught me to just chill out. It's taught me to have patience, and that's made me a better man. That's made me more progressive in the things that I want to do. So when I'm 22 years old, man, I was a firecracker. I just blow up and just say whatever. But now I'm just a little more mellowed out, and I know what's important. You know, I want to be the best at what I do. That's period. But then again, I also want to be a service to the students. So with that being said, I have to always be cool, calm, and collected, and keep my good hat on. So I think that's what I've learned, to be patient and to not take things so personal, not to put myself into everything, because it's not necessary sometimes.
The hype of the Human Jukebox has always been high on the campus of Southern University. As an alumni, class of 2010, Stewart Hall, Mass Communications, what does it mean for you to walk in Mumford Stadium on a Saturday night to hear all the fans just cheering and shouting and waving as soon as the band just, straight off of Bladehead, the band walks through the gate and the fans just go, hoorah. What does that feel? What is it feeling for?
What's crazy is I've on game day, for most of it, it's wartime. You know, I have ice in my veins. It's wartime. So when I walk in, I don't even hear that. I don't even see that. I just have my hat at a certain. I always keep my hat at a certain level, to where my eyes not showing too much. Like it's when you see Southern University marching band, it is wartime. You know, there just so happen to be a game going on at the same time. You know, but I'm getting them out. My job to get them in their stands, and let's go. Let's crank up. So I don't think I get the full feeling of it until everything is over with. Okay. I don't get to enjoy it until everything is over. On Saturday night, I'm on edge. At all points of the night, I'm on edge. I'm just waiting on something to happen. But once it's over, like, man, we did that. Like I'll be on the microphone announcing or doing a dance routine or something, and I don't feel anything. It just naturally flows. And then once it's over and I watch it, I'll start laughing. I'm like, that was funny or whatever. So I think that's something that I need to start doing. I need to start enjoying the moment a little bit more, because I have this thing with me, like as soon as I'm just on. It's a job. It's a performance. It's what I do. I don't have as much fun as I should. So I think in this fall I'm gonna have a little more fun. So I think when I go into Mumford Stadium after Blade Head and all this stuff, I'm gonna do a little more waving, a little more smiling. How about that?
I'm gonna wave and smile.
Okay, I will definitely return it. I will definitely return it.
Thank you for joining us on today. We'll be right back.
With the rise of racism and peace being taken from the world, it leaves a person to wonder, what's going on in the world? Sadly, these things are not going away. Read The Dog Whistleblower to find the link between racism and the coming Armageddon.
Now it's time to say goodbye. Just kidding. But I hope that you thoroughly enjoyed tonight's episode. Be sure to meet me right here on next week, as I have something really big in store for you. In the meantime, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like, share, and comment all of my shared links. You can also send me a message. Just follow my fan page at Connections with Kenyetta Collins. Of course, I'll respond to your message. I thank each of you for your continued support. Thank you, and thank you. You have a great night, and I'll see you right here on next week. Peace.